Yeah, just a quick review of Medline ActivICE Roll-On Cooling Gel. So what's it for? I mean, why would you consider using something like this? Well, it's mainly for aches and pains caused by the muscles in the joints. So for instance, let's say you have knee arthritis, pain coming from the joint. That's something you might want to consider using it for. Or let's say, last weekend you went out, you helped a friend move, and you woke up Monday morning, you're like, oh my God, my back muscles. Some kind of muscular pain like that. So what's in it? I mean, how does it work? Well, anytime you're considering using something like this, you need to ask yourself one question, and that's what are the active ingredients? So what's an active ingredient? Well, it's any ingredient in the product that has a direct biological effect or pharmacological activity in the body. In other words, these are the ingredients in the product that really do the heavy lifting and make it work. So in the case of Medline ActivICE Roll-On Cooling Gel, the main active ingredient is 8% menthol. Okay, so how does menthol work? Well, it gives you a cooling sensation when you put it on, and that can stimulate the nerves and it helps block the pain. So the big question is temporary or permanent? Well, I think there are some cases actually where you could get permanent relief by using this a couple times. Let's go back to the example of the muscular pain caused by your moving a lot of boxes or bending over, doing a lot more with your back than you're used to. So you did a lot of gardening or something, your muscles are kind of talking to you. Well, a lot of times when muscles get irritated, then they go into spasm, and then the spasm creates pain, and then the pain creates more spasm. What you have going on is a pain, spasm, pain cycle. So I think in cases like that, you put this, put the ActivICE Roll-On on there one time, kind of breaks up that pain, spasm, pain cycle. Maybe you have to do it a couple times, but after once or twice, you pretty much have broken up the pain, spasm, pain cycle, and then you're pretty much done with the muscular pain. So that I think is a case where it actually gives permanent relief. Unfortunately, a lot of cases are chronic or long-term types of pain issues. Say, for instance, like knee arthritis, going back to that. Let's say you put the stuff on, it works, for a little while, you got to keep putting it on to keep getting the relief, so in that case it's temporary. However, I think there is a way actually to use this to get long-term relief, but you got to do a couple things. So let's go back to the example of knee arthritis. You put it on, gives you some temporary relief, but that's it. Well, you got to do a couple things. You can use this ice, but think of something else that, say, would also help give long-term relief. So let's say exercise. So we all know that there's tons of studies showing that if you exercise your knee, like strengthen your quadriceps muscle, for instance, stretching it, that kind of stuff. If you exercise your knee, make it stronger, more stable, you're going to have less pain. But hey, you can't do that right now because your knee hurts, because of knee arthritis. What you do is you put on the ActivICE. Now you get some pain relief. Now you're able to do the other things that do give you long-term relief. So for instance, let's say if you have any kind of knee problem, you want to do some quadriceps strengthening exercises. Quadriceps muscle is a big muscle on the top of your leg. And there's a lot of research showing that if you have various knee problems like knee arthritis, even like torn ACL, even just like chronic knee pain, the studies are showing you have a lot of quad weakness. So what you do is you put on the ActivICE. Now you can do some of these quadriceps strengthening exercises on a machine or at home. And then week by week, as you do this strengthening exercises, you'll find that, hey, my joint's stronger, I have more joint stability, things are getting irritated less, and that's where you get the long-term relief. So that's how you use it in conjunction with this. Basically, chronic long-term knee problems or chronic pain, you need a multi-pronged treatment approach to get better. So there you go. Good product. Check it out.